right? So this is how you were supposed to do task 3. Employees in Ilmao who work with tourists have to be registered. This data will be stored in a database. All reports must be designed to fit an A4 page in portrait orientation and be a single page wide. All text must be at least 12 points high. All reports produced must be a professional standard. The client has decided that all database field names must be short, meaningful, consistent in style. Field names may contain underscore, but not spaces. Point number 8 says using a suitable software, open and examine the file in the employees.txt. Use this data to create a relational database normalized to the third normal form. So first of all, we'll open up employees.txt. Control A to select all data, Control C to copy it. Then I'm going to open up Excel and paste my data in a blank workbook. Best fit your data. The very first thing that you must do is your field names. So surname is fine, forename, date of birth can be date of birth. Then we have job, place of employment, where he actually works. So it can be just place, it can be employer. It's up to you. Address, let's say 1. This is address 2, address 3, address 4. Okay, this seems to be a blank column, so we are going to remove it. Date employment started. So I would say employment start date or just starting date or start date. It's up to you. Okay, so we are to normalize this data. This seems to be a flat file. All data is present in one file. We have the job, we don't have job description. So that means the job is going to be a part of the employees table. So I would say there are going to be only 2 tables. One is going to be based on employer and one is going to be based on the employee. Okay, so for the employer, I will just create another blank workbook. Come back to my previous file. Let's change this to employer. So employer address 1, address 2, address 3, address 4. I'm going to copy it. Go to my blank workbook, paste it here. And then I'm going to go to data and remove duplicates because I need to introduce a primary key in this file. And I can see that there are a lot of duplicates over here. If I just select the employer, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate values, so you can see they're all duplicates. So what we'll do is we'll select the whole data. We go to data, click on remove duplicates. My data has headers. Check this and click on OK. I've got 23 unique entries. Okay, let me check data, home, duplicate values. So there are no duplicates now. They're all separate. So I can set this as my primary key. If I come back to my employee, I don't need address 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So I will delete them. The starting date is actually dependent on the employer. I can introduce a primary key or I can, go with a compound key. That's up to me. Compound key is going to be more efficient. Job also stays with the employee and where he works needs to be there as well. So this column is going to be used to link both the tables. Okay, so I will save this, save as, browse, and select my folder. Going to be saved as a CSV. So this is my employee. and the other file is going to be my employer. What seems to be in atomic?
We can separate the digits.
No.
अगर हम उसको कोड बना ले तो वो कोड नहीं बन जाए
कोड बना ले
जो digits
नो दैट कोड बनाएंगे तो सारे कोड से रिपीट हो रहे हैं. It's actually the postal code, so it does not have to be repeated, separated, or you don't have to consider it. Plus address में normally have 4 lines usually maximum, so it can't be like address 5 another line for just this number, which seems to be the postal code, nothing else. This is perfectly fine. You can introduce an employer ID if you want, but there are no duplicates, so I can set this as my primary key. ठीक है, ये हो गया. Let's close these and open up Access. This is going to be the solution to your task 3. So I will type in solution to normalization task 3. Create, close a blank table, go to external data, new data from file text file. We click on browse, import the first, which is the employee. I didn't save the employer file. This seems to be delimited. First row contains the field names. We click on next. Okay, data type is basically short text, short text. This is date with time. Perfect. Short text, and date with time. So click on next. Primary key for now. I can add another column, but let's go with no primary key. Let's see if the compound key works in this case. So next, and we click on finish. Okay, what about employer? Did I save the employer? I did. It's saved as an Excel workbook. So I'll go to data from file, Excel file. We click on browse. We have the employer. This contains the field names, short text. All are short text. We click on next. No primary key. We click on next. And this is my employer. On finish. Both the data is imported. Open up employee. Check your data. Best fit your data first. Check the format. Seems to be okay. DMY are the dates. Now we come down to the design view. If we set this as our primary key, go to our table. This is perfectly fine. No repetitions. You can add another field to this as well. Let's say date of birth, in order to make it foolproof. So this acts as my compound key. So job is going to be dependent on the person who works, right? And also obviously the date of birth, the employer, where he works, and the starting date is also based on the employee. Open up the employer. We go to design view. The employer can be set to the primary key. Click on yes. So this is also applicable. Both the tables are set. Close this. Save the changes. Go to your database tools. Click on relationships. Add your tables. And then the relationship is going to be with the employer to employer over here, which is going to be one-to-many. So the screenshots, relationship screenshot, and the data structures of both the tables needs to be pasted in your evidence document. Close this, save your changes. Next, this is basically a custom report. Local business wants to present awards on the 1st of December 2019 to younger employees who on this date will have been in the same employment for over 10 years. Create a report with an appropriate title containing details of employees born after 1990 so that it is grouped and formatted like this. So this is basically a scenario of custom report, which you should be able to do. And then we are to create a report to display only the employees who are trainees Identify for each job described how many trainees work in each place of employment. The report must have appropriate title, display grid lines. In a tabular format, display the place of employment as row headings. Do not include totals for each place of employment. What kind of report is this? Anji? Cross tab. How do you know? How do you know? Row headings. So they mention row headings. So we get to have row headings and column headings in cross tabs only, or the pivot table. Okay. You want me to do this? ये कर लेंगे? बताएं या हाँ मैं ही कर दूं और मैं फिर आके अपने आप को ही काम दिया करता हूँ, वही करके तो फिर मैं चला जाता हूँ. अब मैं दूसरी एक्सरसाइज भी अपने आप को दे देता हूँ फिर. चले, कस्टम रिपोर्ट यू गोना ट्राई इट आउट. ये मैं आपको बना देता हूँ. द क्रॉस टैब, create a report to display only employees who are trainees. So first of all, in order to have cross tab, since we are going to apply some criteria, so we're going to go with theory design first, add our tables. Okay. Okay. So display only the employees who are what? Trainees. The work that they do is basically probably listed in job. Click on run. Okay, so we have trainee ski instructor, trainee snowboard instructor, right? So there are a couple of trainees. So the criteria will not be a trainee, it will be what? Star, trainee, star. Click on run. These are the trainees. We have trainee chef, ski instructor, snowboard instructor. Anyone else? Yeah, these are the 3 trainees that we have. Identify for each job described how many trainees work in each place of employment. So we need the place of employment, which is the employer. Click on run. We are to tell, we are to show basically how many trainees basically work at one place of employment, sorry. Okay, so yes, we are to count. The report must have an appropriate title, display grid lines in a tabular form, and display the place of employment as row headings. Do not include total for each of place of employment. So in order to have cross tab, since we have applied the criteria, we need to have at least how many fields? 3. So what do? Okay, we can add just one field to complete the criteria for the prerequisites for the cross tab. Save this query, select the query, go to create, click on query wizard, click on cross tab, click on OK. We have to take the data from our query, which is query 1. Click on next. Row headings is supposed to be the employer. They are specified in the paper. We click on next. What do you want as the column headings? We want the job to be the column headings. Click on next. Surname, we are to count, and also this said that do not include the total of each place of employment. So we uncheck this, click on next, and finish. So this is basically the report that you have to build. Can you make the report based on this? Can you export the report in PDF? Yeah. Can you export the report in Excel and further make a table or a chart later on, right? So this is the solution to your cross tab. How much time does it take? 20 minutes. Right, so this was the normalization and the cross tab of task 3. Custom report, I want you to do it or try it on your own. If you have any problems, let me know. I'm also going to send you another normalization task, which you have to attempt right now.